82. It's the Prudential Trophy, and there are only 2 matches played in that. The first one at Trent Bridge, England won by 7 wickets. We take it now to Old Trafford, where it's all sunshine up there. There's an absolute capacity crowd, and we saw a wonderful second Prudential game. These were the teams, and there are a few players from the past there. Just have a look at the list on the left, and you'll find a few from the present as well. David Gower, who's trying to get back into the side. Alan Lamb is already in there. Ian Botham, Derek Pringle, way back in 1982. And Bob Willis was the captain of the England side on that occasion. Pakistan, Madassan Nazar and Mohsin Khan, Zahir Abbas, Manzoor Akhtar, Majid Khan, some wonderful names there. Wasim Raja, Imran Khan, who's just retired from the Test side, Tahir Nakash, Wasim Bari, Iqbal Kazim and Sikandar Butt. The toss was won by Pakistan. They put England into bat. Wonderful conditions, as I say. And the first ball is bowled by Imran Khan. It's David Gower who's taking strike. And a nice start for David Gower. Quick outfield and 4 runs on the board for England in the very first ball. Away for 4 runs. Not a very convincing stroke. The shot of the morning so far. Almost a typical Gower stroke. Not all that much footwork, but superb timing.
The couple here, another one. Yes, they will, after a doubt. And he's out, run out. Hesitancy again, and we've seen it so often during the course of the summer. Couldn't make up the minds. That hesitancy there just for a minute or two, and Tavri couldn't make the second. So he goes run out for 16, 32 for 1 now, England. At first wicket going down in the 10th over. And again, he's found the gap, this time on the offside. That's 4 runs from the moment it left the bat. It's Gower to face Mudasa. And that's it. Outside edge. Slight bit of movement, but never quite got to the pitch. And off in the catch to Wasim Bari. Gladly accepted. Gower goes. Another disappointment in so many respects. Played himself in, got the 33 in fine style, and then has given it away again. 54 for 2 then in the 16th over. Oh, that's a nice way to get off the mark. Beautiful shot over the pitch, made for the off drive.
And an absolutely perfect off drive here from Mike Gatting. Foot to the pitch of the ball, head down.
Nicely played in the end. He was beaten by that initially by Sikandar, a very good slower ball. He checked his stroke and hit it straight down the ground. Nothing wild about that. Fine stroke. Good shot. Perfect timing again. Just a little short arm jab there away through mid-on. 100 comes up for England. The loss of 2 wickets after they were put into bat by Pakistan. And he's gone. Alan Lamb, Iqbal Kazim picks up the 3rd wicket. Alan Lamb, just as he was getting into his stride, has gone to the spinner. 101 for 3 now in the 25th over. That's the spot I was talking about a little earlier. But you could have 6 men out there patrolling the boundary and it wouldn't make much difference with someone like Botham.
And this really is an astonishing shot. He goes down the wicket, it's miles wide, and he flat bats it.
They're two powerful men out there at the moment, Botham and Gatting. That was a very big hit.
He's placed that nicely. And get his feet very quickly into the correct position. Force it away. Big wide open spaces on the onside. That's lofted, nobody's bothering to run. It's going to drop in the crowd. Now, there it goes. So another massive 6 from Ian Botham. And this Old Trafford crowd have become used to this sort of hitting.
Ian Botham using his feet, getting the pitch, keeping the head down and the eye on the ball. And going right through with it. Beautiful shot, 6 runs.
And giving himself room there, Gatting pulls another shot out of the book, a square drive. And that's over the top, that's going to be 6. Another magnificent shot.
Well, this is absolute murderers, like batting against a schoolboy. Little bit of width from the bowler, but still 6 runs.
And that's another enormous blow, 6 more. This one going into the crowd over the long on region. And Botham having made a mental note of all the fielders on 49. And that's out. A nice little lolly catch, stum it off, and he's very, very cross with himself. Change of mind, change of heart, and that expresses everything that's going through Ian Botham's mind. Right close-ups there. See a man who's thoroughly disgusted with himself.
Ian Botham here. Ball a little bit short, trying to force it and not quite controlling it. A little bit higher on the bat than he thought. And the catch, Wazam Raja making no mistake as he caught that.
So despite 1 for 64 from Iqbal Qasim, he continues at the far end. So Gatting going to be the first to 50. A very fast throw, but a very wild one coming in. So fine performances by Mike Gatting, the man really in form this year. His 50s come off just 61 balls, 6 from 5 fours. 199 on the board. And 200 comes up. Outside edge there of Randall, a single to him. So double 100 up in very good time. Comes up in the 38th over.
Now, Sikandar has decided that he's going to have 4 men on the fence on the leg side. 4 men still in the circle. It's good play from Gatting. Or it was. Not such good play from Randall. Certainly 2 runs there. Never seemed to be the slightest doubt about it. I'm not quite sure what happened to Randall.
Scoreboard now 217 for 5. And that's the second run out of the innings. Tavares being run out. Mike Gatting playing that shot off the legs again, through the mid-wicket area. certain too, and then the mix-up took place. In fact, Randall's on his way back, then he stops, then he starts, and then
now, that's a very interesting decision. It might also be a very good one. I'm not sure that we'll be able to pick up Gatting because he was running very wide there. But I have a feeling that Mike Gatting, because of the feeling the ball was going to hit him, failed to ground his bat. I think he just put the bat over the crease. At any rate, that's just a bit of guesswork at the moment. First of all, he had to do a little bit of dodging with Sikandar. Sikandar quite right to make for the ball. Gatting held his ground, but suddenly he realised that he was in a little bit of trouble. And it was a nice throw by Sikandar. Gatting, in fact, shouldn't have been looking to see what was happening. And that bat just didn't come down. It wasn't slid or wasn't able to be slid. Now it's 226.46. Nicely timed, way down the ground. Free flow of the bat. Beautiful stroke that.
Over goes the middle stump. Gave himself room. Didn't connect this time, and out goes Miller. So 280 for 7. The departure of Jeff Miller. Goal by Imran. He goes for 26. One feels here that Eddie Hammond should just be content to drop the bat on the ball and pinch a single. Leave the launch into Pringle, who's been in there for some time, and Hemmings goes instead. Brought up mid-on. Caught by the slow left-arm spinner, Kazim. And that gives a first wicket. Yes, the first wicket to Tahir. So Hemmings departs for just a single, out in an attempt to force the pace. That's a good shot. Nicely timed, just found the gap, and again, not a very big one between mid-wicket and mid-on. So a heroic piece of chasing down there. Final ball then. And then to Pringle. Squeeze the Yorker away, down to find third man. We'll come back for the second, and yet again. It's a wayward throw.
In spite of 3 run-outs, that was one of the biggest totals ever made in a Prudential Trophy match. The pace in mid-innings, absolutely explosive. Gatting and Botham making 84 in 38 minutes. In the first 6 overs after lunch, they struck another 58. Botham's 49 off 28 balls with 4 sixes, Gatting 76 off 79 balls with a 6 and 8 fours. And most of the Pakistan bowling reasonably effective, but the hapless left-hander Kasim getting some fearful hammer. So Pakistan wanting 296 to win this match at 5.38 and over, which was a very tall order indeed. We join the action in the 6th over. It's 18 for no wicket, and it's Botham bowling now to Madassa.
Gatting didn't have far to move, but that was so superbly timed. Put it down, I think. Joy one moment, and Bob Taylor leaping in the air, and Mike Gatting, who's looking as though It was a tremendous start to the day.
The Warwick Road end, it's Derek Pringle. Oh, and that's a fine piece of work. Tremendous throw there by Taylor, and Mudassir's run out. Not the easiest thing you can throw the stumps down like that, particularly when you're lying full length. Remarkable piece of reaction by Bob Taylor. Breaks the opening stand with 52 on the board. And Mudassir, who played so very well, is gone for 31. And he's bowling all over the place. Good ball there by Pringle. He moved that one back off the wicket. And the bow's gone an awful long way, and the leg stump's gone out of the ground. South playing the sweep shot, and playing it well. Gets 4 runs.
We're going for the sweep shot. It's outside the leg stump.
There's a thick edge, and he sees him right. So he's using all the bat there to get off the mark.
There's one thing, Jimmy's getting near to the ball. There's about 4 off the pads and 1 off the edge now. So here we can see as he goes for the drive, gets an edge that would have gone somewhere. Third slips left hand, but it's 4 runs.
That's a good looking shot too. Really got to the pitch of that one. Flattered it straight before this time. And a little pat there from Zahir. And he's gone. So quite an over. 13 coming off that over from Pringle, and off the last ball he's managed to get rid of Zahir. Derek Randall taking what for him would be a very simple, straightforward catch. So 82 for 3, a bitter blow there for Pakistan to lose Zahir. So he goes for 13 in the 19th over. Oh, what a lightning piece of reps. Now decided to field it on the other side of the wicket. Tremendous piece of cricket there by Randall, really was. Perfect solo effort. Racing from short third, hit the wicket, then fielded the rebound on the leg side. And he's bowled in. Oh dear, that wasn't a very good shot either by Margie. His change of pace, a bit of spin there, sufficient to defeat him. So Miller strikes. Sees the end of Margie, the disappointing effort that made only 5, and the score on 97 for 4. That's good running. So there's 2 runs, and sure Pakistan go into tea, at least with 3 figures on the board. The 100 comes up. For 4 then in the 25th over.
Pringle's going across now to point. There's a man going up the fence at cover. That's third man, cover on the fence, point, extra cover mid-off on the fence. Just 3 men on the offside, 2 saving single, another one long off. Wasim Raja's strength straight down the ground. Oh, well done. Good recovery. They say never run on a misfield. Well, Mansur Akhtar was only thinking about running, and when both of them was able to forget about the pain of being struck in the shin, he gathered the ball in, and it was a good throw. as he wasn't perfectly positioned. He still got it in very fast to Jeff Miller. That mightn't be all that tremendous a rate if you only had 3 overs to bowl, but over 21 overs, that is a very difficult task. That's the start for Imran. 4 to him.
Imran moving down the wicket, coming inside that and hitting it over extra cup.
He made good ground in the end, Wasim Raja, because he was stranded at one moment. Hesitation. I think he was looking out towards the field at Chris Tabaret and not paying any attention to Imran.
And a lot of hesitation here. Watch Wasim. He stops, starts again and does very well, I think.
A very, very good hit from Wasim Raja, because Bob Willis is right on the boundary at long on and not very far to the left of straight hit as you look at your picture. Bob Willis. That was a very firmly hit stroke. Had to judge it, decide if he'd go in for it.
And firmly hit again, very flat, and Bob Willis moving to it, and the ball in fact going straight through his hands about 18 inches above the ground.
Beautifully gathered in. He's pulled off some great pieces of fielding today, Derek Randall. 150 comes up with a loss of 5 wickets. Eddie Hemming's 9th over. Didn't get a wicket at Trent Bridge on Saturday. And hasn't got one here so far, but he's got 6 against his name there. A beautiful blow from Wasim Raja. Very powerful player. Bob Willis, but don't even look for it. And that was the quicker top spinner. He just flat batted it straight down the ground over Willis's head.
So the left-hander Wasim Raja, who's been playing the shots. He's on 49 at the moment. There's his 50. 1 is enough to give him the round figures up there of 50. Very good 52 from Wasim Raja. Just 51 balls, so he's been scoring enough a run a ball. 2 sixes, those 2 big ones off Eddie Hemmings, and 5 fours. 183 for 5. Willis to Wasim Raja. And he's gone. So it's Botham in the action once again, taking the catch. Wasim Raja goes 460, 183 now, and another wicket going down. First victim for England, skipper Bob Willis. And he could have placed that well again, indeed he has. Square on the leg side, rattling up against the pavilion. And second for takes the total on to exactly 200. So the 200 coming up for the loss of 6 wickets in the 45th over. So England is forcing now an extra man back on the leg side boundary. 4 men in all there now. And he's gone. Delightful catch there by David Garr. Took it so easily. The catch of a very natural fieldsman. So Miller takes a wicket. Imran Khan goes, and it's 200 for second. Miller in now to complete his bowling for the day. Barry mentions him away on the leg side. Coming back for a second, he could be in trouble, and he's given the chase. Throws his bat down almost in disgust, and it's yet another run out. Always going to be a suicidal second run there. Eddie Hemmings, the fielder. It's all over. Wicket for Hemmings. Wasimbarri trying to give himself room to find one of those gaps on the offside. And this time he loses a leg stump. So 2:13 for 9. Wasimbarri goes, bowled by Hemmings for 4. Hemmings to Sikandar. And the shot we've seen a good deal of today from batsman 1 down to number 11. And round of applause for Eddie Hemmings' bowling figures just announced over the public address system, and there they are, 11 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 30. And up goes the finger, and it's all over. Botham finally takes the wicket, so all the England bowlers have had a hand in the dismissal here of Pakistan for 222. And I don't think there'll be any objection to the crowd coming over the pitch at this time of day. It's the first time it's happened. So 222 all out. England win the second of these matches by a margin of 73 runs.
So Pakistan, indeed, were asked to make too many. They never seriously threatened to achieve the target. England had a firm hand on the tiller throughout. But a lovely innings by the left-hander Wasim Raja and some defiant blows by the skipper Imran Khan. And rolling on to the England bowling, everybody did well. Very interesting, the figures of Eddie Hemmings, the Nottinghamshire off-spinner. 11 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 30, and that 30 included 2 sixes. Fine effort. Now, after the match, Bob Barber, the former Lancashire, Warwickshire and England all-rounder, declared that his man of the match was Mike Gatting. And the men of the series, on the England side, Alan Lamb, for that splendid 100 he made at Trent Bridge in the first of the Prudentials on Saturday. And on the Pakistan side, the award went to Mudassar, who made a 50 at Trent Bridge, and another good 30 here today. And at the close of it all, after another lovely sunny day, how pleasant to report that after that appeal by the Lancashire chairman this morning, there were no problems of crowd control at all. Nobody came onto the field except to celebrate an English victory, capped when Bob Willis put his hand on the Prudential trophy, having won the series by 2 matches to 0. Good night now from Old Trafford.